we've got the long version of Je ne Peux Pas T'Oublier. This is the long version that is going to be released exclusively with the EP, as I understand it, on the 26th of January. So let's do it. What are they going to add to this? The long version.
T'oublier, même si je l'essayais, mon cœur est près de toi, si près de toi. Oui, je dois m'en aller. Même si je voulais rester, quand même je t'aime très fort, je t'aime très fort. Toi, si près de toi.
The production is fantastic.
Est-ce que tu crois que je puisse t'oublier? Non, je ne peux pas, mais je dois m'en aller.
That note there. So dreamy.
Non, je ne peux pas t'oublier, même si je l'essayais. Mon cœur est près de toi, si près de toi. Mon cœur est près de toi, si près de toi. Non,
Okay, so I'm not always the most supportive of longer versions of songs when I feel like they've ended quite well. But if we're going to talk about Je ne peux pas t'oublier, the long version, as opposed to the track 2 for today, I do prefer this version. So I've already given my thoughts on the original radio edit. That's again, track 2, the one we heard earlier, that I reviewed twice now. So I'm going to talk about specifically the last part of the song, the last 2 minutes of it. I think that it is fantastic to just kind of have that Bildungsromanesque kind of moment, that foundational kind of thing of going, actually, no, I don't actually have to remember you. I can't forget you, should I say. I shouldn't have to forget you. You are part of my life. You are part of the tapestry of my existence. And I don't want to do that. And they don't want to sort of drown in that depression, that state there. They want to come up from that and kind of find a way to build a future for themselves. And I'm not entirely sure where we're going, which I assume will probably be the part 2 of this EP titled Second Life. But what I want to sort of emphasize here is that I think it's a fantastic, sensible turn from a songwriting and arrangement perspective. I liked that we, again, had further elevated vocals, that we kind of had a change of pace with the way we expressed things, a little more sort of staccato, a bit more bouncy, a little more sort of like upbeat. Not overzealous, but nonetheless still in a way that makes sense from a vocal perspective. But also, I like that we had the keys have a solo section. I like that we had the guitars have a solo section. I like that we let them have half of it. And the reason I appreciate that is because when you've got musicians as talented as the people in Luna and the Gents, they are screaming for a place to kind of show themselves off. They have been wonderfully supportive of Luna specifically, I assume. And so even though, to be fair, we've had various guitar solos, just having the keys come in there and kind of riff off on their right hand and sort of work within the triads and notes there and kind of explore and maybe even improvise, if not improvise, definitely solo. Even on the fade out there, with the fade out having the entire band in unison working together, just a wonderful thing. It's almost like the band was celebrating the fact that Luna had come to that realization. So in essence, I just think it's a beautiful ending to it. It completely justifies its existence. And I also just want to mention here that, like, I think that the production of this track specifically is exquisite. They did it very, very well on this. And I'm very happy as a reviewer to hear the song, knowing that the rest of the EP is going to sound as good as this upon release. And I'm not glazing for the sake of it. I think it's fantastic. But we're going to talk about this EP more in the conclusion.